Well, hello guys, and welcome to the stream. As always, I am the Rick TM, and oh, got myself on somewhere. That would be there, and I can actually close that, and that, and that, and we're all here. Everybody's good. Checking some stuff. Alright, says we're online on all of these. Alright, so thank you, Mr. Rome. Y'all have to let me know how the transcoding works on this, or how it looks on this, because I can't check it at the moment. But I'm hoping that it's okay, because if not, I'll have to figure something else out. Because this is about as cheap as transcoding gets, guys. Anyhow, so been working on this Gaslands project. Gaslands, more Gaslands. More from the same project I did last time I was streaming. And I would say you could go catch all of those restreams on Twitch, but that would be a lie. And I actually need to do a work on something. Sorry. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. We'll zoom out. Alright, so we're working on the Gaslands project. Mostly working on getting base colors blocked into where they belong, and doing some stuff. Is everybody hearing me good? Do I need to be closer to my microphone? I hope I don't. But today, while I was working on this, I had a little bit of an accident. And something that's lovely about 3D printed materials that I found out is they like to crack and split. So we have got to do a quick repair on this, and I actually am curious as to how I'm going to do this, because the diameter of these supports is almost 7/16 of an inch. Anyhow, doing a little drill out so I can inspect the area to see what I can actually do about this break. And alright, some of these are going to be easier to do than others, like this one. I think that you're the one that's getting the pin. So to that we grab the super glue. I should probably remove branding from my super glue, because I am in no way, shape, or form supported by any of the brands that I use. I will give you my honest opinion on brands, but we'll put that sticker elsewhere for right now. Alright, well, as I was saying, let me use this. Oh, hello. That was a whole boatload of super glue that just came out of there. I'm going to have to find a piece of paper towel to absorb that. Alright, which one did I say it was going to be? It was this one? Alright, and I'm going to scoop up as much of this as possible and use it to reapply these other posts back to where they're supposed to be. but I also don't want to waste any of this product, because wasteful hobbying is a sin. And if this is your first time with me, there are several things that I consider cardinal sins in hobbying, but we'll go over those as I run into them. I will even commit some of them blatantly, brazenly. Just happens. And I do apologize, guys. I will get all of this set up eventually figured out. Like, you can't see the top of my head, and I'm okay with that, I think. Shoot, I did not mark how this went. You know what? Alright, so alright, sorry. Trying to do some mechanics work inside of my head. So that I can fix this without destroying it. And here I'm doing something very dangerous with a hobby knife. Always work with the sharpest hobby knife you have, so when you do cut the crap out of yourself, at least it's a clean cut. And that piece is towards this bottom corner. Alright, we did go all the way through like I wanted it to. Blow it out. You've got super glue on all four corners. Gonna bring that together, line it up. Oh, and this piece is just gonna continue to break a million different ways. So what I'm going to do now that these are set, alright, that was more or less what I wanted to do. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Apply some super glue to it. this. And snap. That still didn't work out. Alright, and that's flush with the top. So what that's hopefully going to do is prevent that from breaking again. I can't make any promises because it broke the first time. And I do wish I hadn't lost all of my Twitch viewership. So, but now that that's out of the way, I can go back to doing some actual painting now. I've got a boatload of speakers and other things. I need a paper towel. So I'll be right back, guys. Oh yeah, it's one of those streams. Intensely mature. But also all ages. E for everyone. Alright, so I've got now a whole boatload of super glue on my palette. Somebody did me a ding. It was my girlfriend. There it is. See, I know I've got a brand new roll of painter's tape. Oh, how about that? Alright. Again, because I don't get paid for any of the products that I have on my show. Energy drink. Alright, so welcome to the show, guys. This is the story of my streams. I scatterbrain, I get distracted. I'm gonna deal with the cap to that. Alright, so let's talk about this project in general. We've got a set of 8 gates. Actually, I think it's 9 gates technically. So we'll talk about technicalities because I got 4 over here, and then 4 gates, and the start-finish line back here. Start-finish line is back here. So we got our Gaslands branded start-finish, or finish line. So we got the start and finish. Both nicely branded. And yes, green for go, red for stop. Alright, now that I'm done pitching my own stupid ideas. I will say that I missed doing this, and I hope that no one's watching this to see me act like an idiot. But at the same time, if you're here watching me act like an idiot, I hope you're enjoying yourself. But This is the theme of the stream. Get down there. And hoping that I've solved an issue that I have elsewhere, pardon me. Well, gotta turn that on. And alright, that's not gonna work. Oh, come on. There we go. That wasn't going to work. Who's making me a winky face? Ow! It's my man. Who's gonna... Gross. Gross! I just read that. Let's keep it clean. Come on, boys. I really don't want this in here at all. Bollocks. I can't close that. Oh well. Actually, I can. There we go. Blam! I don't want to see none of that. I got a skewer. I don't know why I need a skewer, but I have a skewer. And the whole reason that I undid that thing under my chair was so that I could... And button her up. Alright. So, rolly chair. Doing work. So anyhow, as I was saying, we've got gates for a fantastic tabletop game called Gaslands. If you aren't familiar with it, it's made by Osprey Press. It was released in 2017, so it's about it was released in December of 2017, so it's like a year and a half old now. Pretty great game. They've got plenty of free content available for it, so once you've made your $19 investment in the book, it's been supported by several what they call time extendeds, which are equivalent and surpassing the Games Workshop Big Facts for 40K and Age of Sigmar. I would say that it's a superior format because again you get free rules every time they do a time extended. Love the game. It's great. Plays a lot like X-Wing. If you played any of those movement stick games, the system will come to you quite easily, I believe, is the best way to put that. It'll be something really easy to pick up, because it's X-Wing with Hot Wheels cars. Hot Wheels! And that's the other great thing about it, because here's your miniature. Here's the only thing you need besides a $19 book. You need some Hot Wheels cars. Vroom. Yay! Two of my favorite people checking in on me. Hey guys, check it out. I'm streaming live to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. Like straight baller stratus. Not really. I'm still waiting on that Pope money from a year ago. Anyhow, like I said, I've got this going. I'm working on getting some of the colors distributed because I've done a fair bit of the base coating on everything. I realized that I had missed some of my upright posts earlier in my zeal to figure out what I was going to do with the barrels, which was kind of dumb because now I've got to literally go back and repaint these because they're incomplete and not exactly a completionist, but doing it quick with the airbrush is going to be so much less painful. Yeah, your favorites, because you guys actually know how to participate in a stream. Not calling anybody out on that, but alright, so I've got my metallic and my airbrush. I'm going to go ahead and turn my airbrush on. And from here, I'm just going to apply a good base coat of some silver I have pre-mixed. For my airbrush. And because I've done this in the barrels, I'm going to be a little more careful than I usually say. Least favorite platform. Well, you are helping me test the chat feature, so that's pretty cool, because it's live slinging all the chats from all of the streams to one feed. And because YouTube's a beast, it's doing all my transcoding for me. And transcoding is great. If you're familiar with that, because right now I'm streaming in 720p. Oh, come on now. Alright, let's try something. Dude, you're not even joking about that. Egg was incredibly ripped for a 10-year-old. They're all like... He's got... His pecs have pecs. Well, getting a little crazy. I'm going to have to put the nozzle back on it. Because as much as that was doing work, I need to... Aang is OP anyhow. We're not going to talk about The Last Airbender. The only bender we're going to talk about is the Ugandan fighter that calls himself the Style Bender. And I've recently run across this UFC fighter because he intrigues me. He's an otaku that fights MMA. Started as a kickboxer, fights MMA, and he's taken to doing a Naruto summoning jutsu before his fights. And I think that's super cool, because I'm a fucking nerd, but also because, I mean, you want to psych out your opponent? Do some ninja hand moves, dog. Because it's like that meme where the MMA fighters and the dude starts charging a Kamehameha, and the other dude taps out. He's like, even if he can, or can't, I don't want to risk it. working off the camera. I am a nerd. I have owned that since, I mean, honestly, age 12, and I realized that I liked Narnia books better than I liked girls. Because I will say, those Narnia books definitely got in the way of me picking up girls later in life. Alright, and since these are going to get the same weathering treatment that the arches got, I can show you guys how I did that real quick. Alright, quick and dirty. I've got extra silver paint in my brush, so what I'm actually going to do is come over here and grab these at the same time. Once again, things I hadn't base coated. And yeah, I ought to be wearing a glove, but I was in a rush and started airbrushing, and now I'm going to have silver paint all over my fingertips. Let's hope I don't get pulled over on the way home. Let's hope that for multiple reasons, but mostly because I don't want to look like a crackhead that's been huffing silver paint all day. Alright, so that's that. Gonna clean the airbrush because it was dirty earlier. It's still dirty. I will do a thorough cleaning of that later. Dripping all over my leg. Alright, that's gonna need a proper cleaning. Alright, so the next step after this, seeing how everything is now to a basic dark gunmetal layer over the top of the black, which is just a cheap method of doing quick gunmetal. Actually, I don't need that attached at all. I can turn off my compressor for the moment. Alright, and all music is provided by Spotify and is not owned by me in any way, shape, or form. Things I have to put in my disclaimer later, so make myself right. I'm now putting my phone on vibrate because that was starting to get annoying. Anyhow, what was I saying before I got distracted? Must not have been important. Anyhow, I've got to do the weathering on this, which I'm going to grab one of my palettes, which is just a peanut butter jar lid, and a two-part color, which was a nutmeg and a coffee bean color. One was more red, and one was more gray brown. The two colors together give me the color that I'm hunting. Is the only way I can put it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is even too small of a dry brush to do what I'm actually trying to do. But then I'm going to half stipple, half dry brush some weathering onto this, and this brush is too small. So dry brush it. Let's go over there. I'm going to pick up a big dry brush because it is going to do what I need it to. Alright, so big dry brush, again, kind of a stippling dry brush action. Big shout outs to my friend Megawatts, who years ago taught me what stippling was before I even started painting. But what that brown red is going to do is literally just quick weather. I don't even know if you can see the quick weathering in that. Focus, 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 focus. Maybe on this side will be better. Focus. It's not supposed to be a heavy thing on this, but what you can do is see it side by side is just a little bit of weathering, and like I said, I'm gonna go back in and help some spots out with just this. Like I said, it's a stippling technique, so instead of scrubbing the miniature like you would for dry brushing up here on top like that, you will literally take the bristles and stab them into where you want the paint, because these just nice and patinaed. Oh golly, I'm not used to the camera being there, so I'm actually going to point you down just a little bit. Okay, so you can kind of see where I've done the same thing. Oh, that's too much. Gotta remember to remove the paint from the dry brush, Rick. God, you're so dumb sometimes. So otherwise you're just stabbing paint onto your miniatures or your commissions. Which in my case, it's me stabbing paint into my commissions. And we got a fair bit. Alright. Drop my brush. Not a big deal. Alright, so those two are done. No, almost done as far as this step is going. But I'm just going to work through this and just get every one of these with a basic weathering. So we're not going quite Fallout level distressing, but things aren't new in the Gaslands era, which happens last year in an alternate future where we fought Russia in a nuclear war in 1998. And we won! Yeah, America! But what it did do, unfortunately, was kind of donk up our economy. So we colonized Mars, and then Mars embargoed us again in 2017, and it caused another war. And the only way to get off of planet Earth, which is pretty bad, it's just in general a bad place to be now. Is to win the Gaslands. So and one last one of the shorties. And it appears that I have missed a spot, so what I'll do there is just some heavy weathering. So what I'm going to do after I've gotten all of these distressed, so I'm going to start working some yellows and some more bright reds into the tone of some of these really distressed areas to give it a more rusty appearance. I've already done it on these. There you can see the difference. I believe you can see the difference, and it may just be one of those things that you can only see with the naked eye, and partially because I have shitty cameras, which I don't apologize for. Anybody that wants to buy me more cameras, better cameras, you can DM me, and I will get you the information to have them sent to where I do my painting. And we will go from there. Alright, quick stippling, dry brush. This is really an overbrushing technique. I say it's a dry brush because it's just what I say. Alright. furthermore, if you like what you're listening to, all the information is down there in the corner. Like right here. Artist, track, and I'm playing it on Spotify, so that means you can find it on Spotify. More than likely also find it on YouTube, because all of my music that you'll be hearing from now on will be no copyright sounds music, which can't or oughtn't to get me into trouble with YouTube about music, because I like to listen to music while I stream. And I like to make you guys listen to the music that I like while I stream, so ha! Deal with it. Well, I should have done. And I apologize for the cruddy cardboard I've got down here. It is not an optimal shooting background. So, it's actually messing with my eyes looking up at what's going on with y'all. Hey, you know, my mom is distressed. Y'all have a good dinner. Alright, more dry brushing, more stippling, more over brushing. Alright, it's looking nice and distressed. Hey, and check it out, I worked from 4 to 1, not even intending to. Oh wow, I didn't realize that this was a no copyright sound song. Or is this a fat rat? No. I like that. And while I'm working in that color, this Alright, so can't really see it on there. You'll see it in photos later. But what I did was work, like I said, just a little bit of the brown that I'm using for rusting. Red. Alright, so now I need a drip of red and a fair bit of yellow. And some more of my rust brown. And what I'm going to do with this is I am about to Bob Ross the poo out of this dry brush. So I'm going to pull a fair bit of that brown into the brush, just work it into the bristles, and I'm going to grab some red, come over here and work it up to a nice red-brown. I'm assuming you can see that because I can't see mine, but original brown, a little bit of red, red-brown. And what that's going to do is allow me to pull just a little bit of extra rust, like right here. It's just a little too much on the bristles, so I'm going to do that. But we're going to come in here and just add just a skosh more redness to some spots. To really bring that rust up a notch. A bit of stippling with this step. I never did finish telling you the whole purpose behind the Gaslands. Anyhow, Gaslands, trying to get to Mars, because Mars is the only place that's really habitable still. Because that dang Cold War really, or World War III really did a number on the environment. Like I said, Earth is no longer a really nice place to be. Alright, and really just cranking up the level on this. Back into the bristles. I'm kind of sloppy with it because there's no real uniform way to oxidize the surface. The nature of oxidization itself is not uniform. So alright, I've already done that I want to get the barrels. 4. Alright. And again with these. Just a little bit of red. And some of that brown. And more red. Alright. If anybody wants to call me out on it, feel free to remind me that I'm using terrible brush technique and control in this step. Frankly, Scarlet. Alright, so now that I've done that, I'm going to literally just use the paint that's in the bristles and add a little bit of yellow. And again, original brown, brown with red, brown with a little bit of yellow. And with this, I'm not even really doing anything other than color blending, I think, because I'm not drying the brush any, I'm not taking it off of the bristles. What this is doing is adding a more convincing oxidization layer, because even side by side, like, here we go. Focus! 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 Yellowed. Not yellowed. In fact, 4. Come on. After, screw it. I'm gonna get just a touch more yellow. Alright. Well, that's base coats on all of the gates. Oh, and we're going to cut for a quick break because my stream timer says that I have been up for, where is it? Stream time. It says for somewhere around here how long I've been streaming. Does it? Oh, there it is, 1 hour and 16 minutes, which is about true. But I'm going to step out, need to do a bio break, step out for a smoke. Y'all stick with me, and if not, I'll see you next time. But I'll be right back. mean, that's pretty dope, but you still have to deal with some trash. And we're back! I'm back at least. I'm here. Sup, y'all? Alright, so that's did. I have no idea what I'm doing after this point. So I might just call that a mission successful and call it a night. I don't know. How am I feeling? What am I feeling? I've got a couple of dividers to paint gray, but it needs to be a different gray, and it needs to have some of this rusty effect done to it. Rusty shackles. Rusty shackles. Rusty shackles. Ugh. But I don't know. I'm thinking a lot. I'm doing a lot of thinking. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. It was in 2 more hours. Actually, in 30 more minutes. I don't know. Yeah, I think that I'm just going to call it a night tonight, guys. Alright, well, thank you all for joining me, and I appreciate those of you that hung with me through the break just for me to say goodnight. Thanks for hanging with me tonight. We will do some more work on the Gaslands project tomorrow night, same time. We're going to be adjusting the stream schedule, where I'm going to be streaming Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So we're going to have 4 stream nights now instead of just 3. But we will no longer be streaming on Friday nights, mostly because my schedule has made it to where I am no longer available on Friday nights to do the stream. But I am thankful that for the reason. Ah, sweet! Right meow. Awesome. Thank you, Tyler, for checking in on the stream chat, because now I have confirmation that Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook are all streaming live to the chat stream. Yay! Confirmation! I get to have my first communion. Alright, so honestly, the only thing I don't absolutely have confirmation on absolutely working is the YouTube chat. But I can fix that real quick. So let's go ahead and test that out. YouTube. Let's go to my channel. That says I'm live now. Hey, check that out. I'm live now. Woo! Alright, and click the button. Let's see how long that takes. Alright, dry brush. You've got paint caked all up into the ferrule. So, we're going to try something out. We're not going to try something out. Ooh, that just went to Garbo. At least 480. Okay, so 480 is not terrible. And then 720. Ugh, That's actually kind of bad. Just for testy purposes. That's better. Alright, so that's that. That's that. Paper towels all stuck together super glue. I need a cup. I don't have a cup. Oh well. These are beater brushes anyhow. I'm not worried about the life of those. So anyhow, I wonder how bad the delay is. So I'm going to hold this here for a second and see how bad the delay is and how bad the quality is, because YouTube might be my not go-to on this. That's actually pretty terrible. But that will have to do. Alright, well, ladies and germs, going back to the Streamlabs, y'all have a great night. It was great to have you with me tonight. Come back tomorrow at 6, where we will continue on to this project. And I actually will probably have been knocked out part of this project to begin with. But y'all join me tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Central Time. I'll be here. Thanks for tuning in.